So we want to make a stair in this particular configuration that you see on the right-hand side, or my right-hand side over here. We go up, we hit a landing, we go up some more, we hit another landing, and our last step is right there. Okay, so I'm going to go over to architecture, go over to stair. I want to go from the first floor to the second floor. Let's see right there. Okay, those are my distances. And I'm going to do run right, 5 feet wide, but I'm going to sketch it, so the width doesn't matter. So for some reason, it changed to non-monolithic run, which is okay by me. And we have 3 things that we have to sketch in for Revit. So the boundary is the first thing, and so I'm going to start. I've laid out some guidelines here for me to snap to. So I'm going to take this guy and just make it a bit of a radius. And then I'm going to modify that by simply mirroring about this axis. So what I've done now is I've created, remember this is the boundary. This is the boundary. So I'm going to put some more boundary in by drawing from here up to the landing. Now I don't know if I can draw that continuous or not, but I know that it works if I draw it in separate segments, so I'm going to do that. And what I mean by that is I just didn't want this to be a continuous line. It probably works, but I know it works without it. So with it being 2 lines. And so I'm going to do that. See here it works landing, so that probably would work as an individual line. So what I've just done is I've defined the boundary of the stairs. And now I'm going to put in some risers. So my first riser is going to go right here. Okay. And then I'm going to offset. So I'm going to go over to offset, make sure that it makes a copy. Now I'm going to go to copy. Actually, I'm going to copy this object. So when I say copy, I'm going to do multiple copies. So I don't have to select the object, and it's going to go in this direction. And I'm going to make each one 11 inches because that's the distance of my spacing between my risers. Okay. Now I need to extend these risers to my boundary. So I'll come up to here to multiple trim extend, and I'm going to click on that, and then I'll just select all of these guys right here, and look what happens. Extends them right up to there. Again, multiple boundary, boom. Come across like that, it extends everything to there. Okay. So there's my first set without the fancy loops down there. I like to make my stair first and then go back in and customize it a little bit anyway. I tried making these as straight first and then going back in and customizing, and I was having a little bit of trouble with that. So I let Revit make the stair for me as a standard stair, then I converted it to a sketch, which is this, and then which is the stair with all of the components already placed. But I could make one of these arcs, but it wouldn't let me make the second one. Every time I made the second one, it was an issue. So instead of letting Revit make the standard stair to begin with, I'm just starting out with the sketch. So I'm going to draw another riser, but this time the offset's going to be 4 inches. So they don't start right at the intersection here. They don't begin right there. You can see there's a 4-inch offset. I'm going to let that guy go like that. So I got 4 inches offset there. And then I'm going to do the copy again, make sure that it's multiple. And then I'm just going to say that's the direction, and I'll do 11 inches again in this direction. I could array it. One more. Interesting. Okay, yeah. So there we go. So now I know I need one more riser, and that goes right here. Okay. Whoops, I said that was a boundary, so I'm going to delete that. I clicked the wrong button. Riser, draw a line from here to here. Now let's take a look at it. Looks good to me. The last thing we have to do is just tell it the path. So I'm going to start right here, over to here, up to here, and then make sure I end up right on that line. And if everything is correct here, we should have 18 risers created, one remaining. Why is one remaining? It should say 0 remaining. What do I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So that scares me. I'm going to delete that and just make sure that it's a riser. Ah, look at that. That line doesn't connect. So I think I need to connect this boundary right here up to here. All right. That looks good. Just looking to see how the geometry is, to the eye anyway, looks good. Well, let's see what happens if we hit the green check mark. Again. That's good, except that I have the up in the wrong direction, so I can simply click on the stairs and click that arrow. And now Revit will draw the stairs up from here. And let's see what this message is here. The rail is not continuous. Breaks in the rail usually occur at sharply angled transitions. To fix the problem, try changing the transition style or modifying the railing path in the transition. All right, so it's telling me down here that I have a little bit of a problem. So let's click on the railing. Let's edit the path and just see if maybe I should drag. No, I think that's fine. The railing should meet, like I'm going to say that's okay. So, all right, let's take a look at it in 3D with the camera. Spin it around. I really need to see it from this side. Yeah, my stairs. All right, so now what we want to do is try put the little fancy stuff in there. Okay, so now we know the stairs work originally here, so let's do some more modification. Click on that part of the stair, edit the stair, click on it, edit the sketch. I'm going to bring the railing back to here and unjoin the elements for now. Okay, now I want to draw a riser, and I'm going to make it an arc, and it's going to go from here to here, and I'm going to make it ridiculously large like that. Okay, so now I have a nice large riser there. I'm going to mirror it about this axis, so I just click on that and I have it there. I'll take this railing back again. Let's take it back up to there. I'm just dragging it up. And now I have to put another riser. This riser has to loop around, so I'm going to tell Revit that I'm drawing a riser. I'm going to do this arc here. And let's see what we can do for that. I don't know, let's extend this guy out to there and then do this. It's goofy. Whoops, look what it is. Thankfully, Revit's showing me the colors. I want to do a riser. So let's do a goofy riser like that. And then again, grab it, mirror it about this axis, and then we got to clean this little spot up, and we'll see if it works. It might not, but before I go any farther, I want to test it. So I'm going to close it. I'm not getting an error message. now I am getting an error message. Okay, so we're going to undo that. And let's try a different shape. Let's see. I'm going to delete this guy out of here and delete him out of there. Let's pull this guy back to there. We'll pull him back to there. And then we'll draw an arc and let's see what happens. Can't be that big, right? So, whoops, look what color it is. It's green. So again, I wasn't paying attention. I want to draw a riser. Doing an arc, so I'm going to pick my 2 points here. Let's not make it so crazy. Let's see what happens if I mirror this guy about this axis. Looks like that might work, so let's say okay. Halfway there. All right, all the way there. Last thing to do then is the railing. So let's grab that railing. We're going to say edit the path. We'll go back and we can see that it's magenta line here. So let's put a circle at the center, SC. If I hit type SC and click on the object, it will give me the center as my start point. And let me just put in a nice radius like that. Then I'm going to extend this guy down to here. And then I'm going to break this line twice. I should have a little segment there that I can delete. And I'll use my extend trim to do that. Let's see if that works. Look at that. Back to the 3D view just to see what I did. Yeah, look at that. Now I've got a nice ending there on top of that. I think that's okay. So first floor plan. I'm going to do the same thing here, but I don't know what the radius is. So if I edit this path again, I can click on that and see that the radius is 5 inches. Okay, I just wanted to check the radius. I don't want to do anything else because now I'm going to go over to this railing. Whoops, let's see if I can grab it in this view. Yep, got it. Edit the path. I'm going to draw a circle about the center line, SC, of that with a radius of 5 inches. Okay, then I'm going to grab this guy, drag him down to there. Use my cuts here. Take that little segment out and clean this up right here. And let's see what happens. Problem with that, but it looks all right. Back to the 3D view. Ah, look what I did. I did it backwards. Okay, first floor plan. Doesn't look like I did it backwards, but anyway, edit the path. What's wrong here? I don't see anything wrong there. Let's pull that back a little bit more. See if it gives me a problem. I didn't think it gives me a problem, but when I was looking at it in 3D, yeah, that's fine. That looks good. Okay. I have a wall up here, so I really don't need all of this railing here. So edit the path, back to the floor plan, and I'm just going to take this railing out because I don't need it, because there is a wall there. In the design for Eduardo's house, we have a wall here. So let's see if that works. Back to the 3D view. Yeah, that looks good, because in Eduardo's house, we have a wall here. So there's the stairs. All right, so I did a quick rendering of that stair. I made the rendering before I took this railing out, but you can see that basically that's what the stair looks like. Kind of goofy down here, but not the worst. And so we have our up to the landing, one more step into the back of the house there, or the second floor is how Eduardo wanted his stairs to work. And it does.